Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I have another Get Ready With Me. This one is special because I have something to haul before I can do this Get Ready With Me, and I'm very excited about it. You have read in the title and you've probably seen it in the thumbnail, so it's not a surprise for you, but I went and bought some pieces from the Glam Lite Lord of the Rings collection. Of course, I had to, really, honestly, I couldn't not purchase anything from this collection because I love Lord of the Rings. If you've been on my channel, you know in the beginning I did a Lord of the Rings project pan. I love that. And I talked about how much I loved Lord of the Rings and also The Hobbit. I have the full extended special edition sets on DVD. I've been to the London premiere from the Hobbit movie. Like, I stood around the red carpet. I don't even believe it was red at the time. I don't know. I just know that I saw Orlando Bloom, which is crazy, and Sir Ian McKellen. Oh my gosh. Then last year I went to Comic-Con and I paid to see Elijah Wood. Basically, I was gonna say I did a meet and greet, but it wasn't a meet and greet. I just paid and I got to stand next to him and they took our photo and that was it. But it was amazing. So when I heard that this collection was coming out, I needed to get something. One of you guys commented on one of my videos about this collection, kindly letting me know that it was coming out, and I cannot find that comment anymore, but whoever it was, thank you so much. I had seen something, I believe, with 𝓮𝓼, if that's, oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I was like, I don't know, but then the preview of the palette and everything hadn't released yet. It was just like, they're gonna do something with Lord of the Rings. Oh my god, our neighbor's cat is drinking out of our baby pool that we use to wash our feet in before we get in our big pool. Well, you do you, boo. so yeah, when the release finally aired, I checked it. It was kind of frightening because it came to Monolith, which is a website here in the here in Europe that we can buy like American beauty brands from, and I know that there is a Dutch site that also sells Glam Lite, but it took a while for this collection to come on there, so I was frantically refreshing the page every day to see if it had launched already or to see if I should buy it through Monolith, but it came to the Dutch site, so it saved me some shipping costs, and I bought some things. So I bought the 20 color palette. It's still in the box. It's so beautiful. I cannot get over it. And then I also have the Rivendell lip kit. I initially just wanted to buy the palette. I should have told this story while I was doing some makeup, but here we are. I initially was gonna buy just the palette, and then I saw the lip kits. They had one with like Sauron, and I was like, that's gonna be very red, I think. So I passed out on that. And then I saw Rivendell lip kits. So my thought immediately was like that black honey, is it black honey? I think black honey Clinique lipstick that they used for Arwen's character. And I was like, if they're smart, they're gonna do something like that. And this is what it looks like. You get a lip pencil and a gloss. Is it a gloss? Yeah, a lip gloss. I'm not really big on lip pencils, but I think that gloss will be like what I'm looking for. This is a dark berry red. And then the gloss is also, I think, a like darker berry red, but I feel like if I wear this on its own, there it is. If I wear this on its own, it's gonna be, oh my gosh, it smells amazing, like that. Should I put it on right now? Like that black honey lipstick from Clinique, which I didn't want to purchase because Clinique is not cruelty free and Glam Lite is. So let's try this. very subtle, but ooh, that's beautiful. I like that. Smells very nostalgic in a way. Reminds me of maybe like a candy or a bubble gum that I used to have. I'm checking on my neighbor's cat. He's in our yard together with our cat. He's a big cat, and I'm just trying to see if they get along today. But it looks okay. Okay, and then the palette. You've probably seen it online if you search for it. This is the palette. Looks stunning with the map of Middle Earth, and then the, oh my gosh, the writing, and it's like you can like feel the writing. Wow, I'm so bad at explaining this. And then here is the inside of the palette that is glaring. Let me take the plastic off. So there's all the colors, and oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm so excited to use this. Really, I don't know what to do. I feel like they've laid it out pretty nicely as to where you can do a look with each row going down. So should I do that? Should I do something more interesting? I think I'm gonna go for purple, which is very unlike me. I also feel like, and this has nothing to do with the palette, but just the way my mind works, if it's laid out like this and like rows are perfect for doing looks, I feel very constricted to just being able to do that, and it's difficult for my mind to see this as like loose colors that I can do whatever with. So I'm kind of stuck with, I want to do a row, but then some shades don't really make sense. So I think I'm gonna go for just a purple row because that would be easy, and then I should maybe get a feel for this palette when I'm not filming. Try and venture out of the rows of color stories and get back when, you know, I've done some more trial and error, if you will. So let's go with purple then. I've already primed and set my primer, primer lid, set my primer. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. Try not to duck down as much because I did that in my last Get Ready With Me. And when I'm editing, I'm like, oh, why didn't you notice this? Anyway, let's go with, I'm gonna start with crease colors. And I'm just gonna pick up the lightest purple, and that is called Even Star. I should have worn my Even Star, not that you could see it right now. I have an Even Star necklace. Not like the original version. I remember back in the day when I was like, I don't know, how old would I have been? 14, 15. I was obsessed with this website where you could buy like the original Lord of the Rings merchandise, and they had that Even Star. It was like, I don't know, over $100 for that thing, maybe even over 200. So I never bought it, luckily, because I never really wear necklaces. So very happy that I didn't buy it. But I got a version from, I think my sister gave it to me once for my birthday, and it was just a replica, and you know what, just as good. I like it just as much, and I don't wear it a whole lot because I don't really ever wear necklaces because I don't like the feeling that they give on the back of my neck. I don't know, call me crazy. But this is the shade Even Star. It is very subtle, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna go in, let's pick a different brush first, because I want to put this in my outer corner as well. We're gonna go in the shade Golem, right there. That was not the easiest, best way to hold up this palette. Don't really know why I did that. that. I'm gonna put this in my outer corner. That is actually very pigmented. I really like Glam Lite's formula because they are often quite buildable, so not very in your face pigmented, so you can build them up, but this one is pretty pigmented. Don't need a lot of that to go in the outer corner. Okay. Oh, I think my cat wants to come inside. Hold on. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna take that same shade just a little bit on a fluffy brush and then ever so slightly blend it out. Especially in like the outer corner, up to my crease and then kind of into the crease with whatever is left on the brush. And then to do the purple, so we have, let's see, this purple seems more like a silvery purple, and then this one just more of like a pink with a blue undertone, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'm thinking we could do this purple and then maybe top this one, or do this one on the lower lash line, or maybe we could do a different lower lash line, who knows. I'm gonna apply those with my fingers because I know Glam Lite shadows are just easier to apply with your fingers. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Oh wow. Okay, so joke's on me, this also kind of has a blue undertone. And I didn't really realize, but I'm gonna put it also over the outer corner to see what it looks like over that darker movie shadow. Okay. That is actually beautiful. I do feel though like this doesn't really also have a lot of base pigment, because putting it over that mauve color just gives that a little bit of a color sheen, but you can clearly see that darker base still through that shimmer. I don't know. Okay, let's do the other eye. So funny that this year I've only bought 2 new eyeshadow palettes, which is pretty good for someone who's crazy about eyeshadow. And both of them have been like movie collabs, movie book collabs actually, because I also bought the Twilight New Moon palette from ColourPop this year. Okay. My cats are having zoomies. And then this one, so this is Lord of the Rings. And don't ask me which one I love more. No, it's Lord of the Rings, definitely. I always, there's an eyelash. I always watch Lord of the Rings at least once a year, but honestly, they're like my comfort movies, so whenever I'm feeling down or bored, I put them on in the background and I watch them. And I do often watch the extended edition. I do have the DVD set with just the regular movies, but oftentimes I watch the extended versions. Okay, and now for, I'm gonna swatch this. See, so this is more of a pinky blue. So do I do that in the inner corner? Yeah. Oh, that is stunning. See, that does have quite a bit of base pigment. Okay, I'm tapping it all over. Going with the flow. I don't know how well you can see with this lighting, but it's just very pink purple with blue shimmers. I'm not mad about it. I do, however, want to go back into that first shimmer that we used to kind of top this. I liked the sort of dark vibe it gave. I don't know, I don't really know if I completely agree with the color story or like the colors that they picked for certain characters. I don't know if they actually gave that much thought towards like, oh, we're gonna make, I mean, it makes sense. They made the Shire green, and then Frodo is a darker green. Aragorn is like a muddy brown, which makes sense. But then they made Lothlorien blue. I mean, I guess when they're there, it's like night and it's very blue filtered. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. This is what we have. I'm gonna go into, oh my gosh, what do we do on a lower lash? I feel like something else would really throw it off. Like if we don't do purple. The only combo I could justify is something out of this row, but I don't really know if I want to do that. So I think I'm just going to go in with purple as well on the lower lash. So I'm going to start with the lightest purple, put that down first. No, I'm still in frame. I think actually this is a very good mirror for filming these types of get ready with me's, because it's very big. I have a lot of palettes with like smaller or like half the size mirrors, and I sort of duck down to look into them because if I hold them up my face is covered, but when I duck down you also cannot see what I'm doing because I'm not in frame. So, and that way this palette is also a good addition to my collection. Can you hear me justifying that I bought this? I mean, as a fan, I was never gonna not buy it. Or the color story had to be like reds and blacks. Then I wouldn't have picked it up. Like I did wait to see what the color story was gonna be like, and then I assessed if there were enough colors that I would enjoy using, and they were. Actually, this row that I'm using today is, I think, my least favorite row in the palette because it was like, I don't really love purples, but seeing this look come together, I could definitely wear this. I love it. I don't know how well you can see the blue reflect on my eyelids, but it's pretty intense in real life. Okay, I'm gonna get just that darker shimmer. Is it really darker? It's more of a flaky shimmer, and I like that formula. Ooh. And I feel like it's not too pink. I have another palette from Glam Lite. Well, I have several. There's the Scooby-Doo palette with like the blues and the purples, and that one also has a pink with blue reflect to it, and I don't love it. But this one is beautiful. Okay, I think that's that. Let me do a little bit of white in my inner corner with my baby pencil. I feel like this video is going to be so long because before I even started doing any makeup, I had already talked so much. So I'm sorry about that. But I think if you are not new to this channel, You know that my Get Ready With Me's are always very rambly and the stories never really make sense. I try to do a cohesive story. I always start off strong and then it just sort of dies down because I'm focused on what I'm putting on my face and then I don't really know what I was talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna do the white shimmer in the inner corner. This is the shade Galadriel, but in the inner corner, just honestly nothing really special, but as a millennial, I need my inner corner highlight. Okay, and then that is the eyes. I'm gonna do some mascara, actually. Why not just do it all on camera? Hey, buddy. Hi, you wanna go outside again? Yep, he's gonna sit in the windowsill. That is my sign. It's supposed to get really hot today, but looking outside right now, it's very overcast. I don't know if it's gonna be very warm. Also, I'm gonna wipe away some fallout. There's a little fallout, but I don't really mind that. We can clean that up. And also, we can accept that there's some shimmers on our cheeks. Doesn't really matter. You know what? Sparkle away. So let's do mascara. So did any of you guys pick up this palette? Did you pick it up because you love the color story? Or did you pick it up because you love Lord of the Rings? I'm interested to see if there's like people who bought it just for the color story. Because I've seen obviously the videos where people have gotten it in PR and are like, I love Lord of the Rings. And I mean, that could happen. But I also feel like it's a palette you would get because you're into Lord of the Rings. Maybe more so than just for the color story. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just really into still looking at the packaging as well. Which is something that I try not to do as much as I did before. Before, I would buy like a ton of palettes just because the packaging was really cute. And I really try to not do that and look at the color story and go, are these shadows that I would wear? But yeah. So I would just like to know, do you like Lord of the Rings? Do you not? Do you think they're long and boring? And I'm talking about the movies. I've also read the books. That was a chore. I felt like since loving the movies as much as I did, I could not stay behind and not read the books. But there's something. It's yeah, it's a whole history and it takes a while to get to the story, whereas the films just begin and you're in it. Which is, I mean, not a bad thing. If you like either or one or both, doesn't really matter. I think this is the look. We should do some blush. But what shade of blush do we do? I think I'm gonna go for like this darker one. I don't really want it to be too overpowering because it's kind of like a light, ethereal look, if that's the word. So just a little bit. I don't even have a mirror. Just gonna use the viewfinder like that. I also like to bring my blush like back quite a bit. Build it on the nose. Don't know if you can see that. There's that, and then some highlight. Yeah. What do I do? Like a pinky? I think the pink would be nice. Honestly, this is my favorite, but this is a very golden one. And I feel like since this is kind of cool-toned one would look better, but this cool-toned one is very yellow. Don't really love that. So I think I'm gonna go with the pink. Maybe, I don't even know, is that pink even cool-toned? I feel like that's kind of, well, whatever. We're just gonna take some of that. I do need a mirror for that, preferably. And then put that on. A little bit on the nose. Okay. I think there's that. I think we're good. Here is the finished look. And the complete face with the, I love this lip gloss. It's a little sticky, but not mad about it. And then the lip pencil, I don't know if I'm ever gonna use that. Should we try it? Is this video not already long enough? Yes, it is, but we're here. Let's just try it a little bit. I think I'm gonna just do maybe like inner corners on my lip. Also, I'm not very good at this. If you couldn't tell why, my technique. Okay, yeah, so that is kind of like a berry. Maybe it's not really working the best because I already have the gloss on, but I'm gonna line. See, like the outline? It's more like a purpley berries. I'm gonna fill it in a little bit more and then add some of that gloss. I don't know about this. It's kind of a cross between bruise color and I've been in the pool for too long. You know what I mean? Okay. Just trying to blend it a little. Oh, well, that is something. Ooh. I could get used to that. Yeah. It's like a very chic lip, but it's not very in your face. Or is it? No, I feel like it's very chic. And also it does kind of go with the purple eyes. I do like it. I don't know if I like it as much as just the gloss on its own, but well, we tried it at least. And also this packaging is just, it's stunning. Okay, I love everything about this collection. All right, so here is the actual finished look. I really hope you enjoyed. Sorry if it was a long video, but you know what you get yourself into when you click on one of my get ready with me's. It's long, it's rambly. I forget what I talk about often, but here it is. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in one of my next videos. I might go watch Lord of the Rings right now. It's a shame it's gonna be very nice weather, not really stay inside and watch TV weather. Oh well. I will hopefully see you in one of my next ones. Bye bye.